Hello students, so this is my next class of income tax subject and I'll be continuing with the next problems of capital gains. So on the screen you can see the next problem of capital gain. It is from question paper 2015. So 2015 question paper I am solving. So I'll just read it out and one by one I do. From the following particulars of capital gain sold by Shri Naveen on August 2013, compute his capital gain for the assessment year 2014-15. Okay, so we have to compute his capital gain. So these are the information given. Name of the assets, land, gold and plant. Then year of acquisition, 60, 70, 95. Sale proceeds amount is given. Cost of acquisition, 40, 50, 95 it is given. And fair market value as on 1/4/1981 is also given. So one by one we will be solving land, gold and plant. So we have to calculate what? Capital gain. The written down value of the plant was rupees 50,000. So written down value is given of the plant 50,000 as on 1/4/2013 and was the only plant in that block of asset in the business. Okay, so when block of asset which is having in the business, many assets will be there, but in this business only one asset is there, that is plant. Was the only plant in the block of assets they are telling. The cost inflation index for the financial year in 1981-82 is 2013-14 109.39 respectively. Okay, so we have to calculate the capital gain. So just write the title, computation of capital gain. Okay, of capital gain. Write down the assessment year, it is 2014-15. So see here, you can see the problem. So one by one is given. So let us solve regarding land. So particulars, amount and amount column. Okay, so particulars, first is land. So always I told her capital gain starts with what? With sale proceeds. So land sale proceeds. So sale proceed is how much land it is? 110,50,000, and in front of sale proceed market value is also given. Fair market value as on 1/4/1981. So always I have told her when first side on the sale proceeds, then I'll tell you 10,50,000 is the sale proceed of land. Okay, this is given. Now what we do? Less index cost of acquisition. So index cost of acquisition we have to solve as per the formula. So first one, so index cost of acquisition, as I told you, always purchase price and fair market value should be compared. So purchase price or fair market value, whichever is highest, should be taken. So here in this problem, purchase cost of land is 40,000 and fair market value is 1 lakh. So I have taken 1 lakh highest value into previous year's index 939 it is given, and fair market value here is how much? 1981. So 1981 the index was 100. So this after solving I will get 9,39,000. Okay, so in this problem cost of improvement is not given. Okay, so only index cost of acquisition has to be calculated. When cost of index is given, when cost of improvement is given, we have to solve the improvement. So after deducting, my answer comes to 1,11,000. This is regarding my land. Okay, so this is land. We have done with the land. So this is capital gain of land. Okay, after this next second one is, this is first one, second one which was given was gold. So gold is given. Now sale proceeds of gold. So always start your problem with sale proceed. So sale proceed of gold is 9,50,000. 9,50,000. Okay. Less index cost of acquisition. So index cost of acquisition, again we'll have to compare. Even gold market, fair value market is given, so compare cost first, purchase price or fair market value, whichever is higher. So again in gold also fair market value is highest. Cost of acquisition or purchase price is 50,000 and fair market value is 1 lakh. So I've taken highest value 1 lakh into previous year's index divided by again fair market value date. You'll have to see 1981. So 1981 my index was 100. So this is the method. After this calculation I got 9,39,000. Okay, again deduct. In this also no cost of improvement is there, so index cost of improvement is not calculated. So after deducting I got 11,000. Okay, this is regarding second asset capital gain. Okay, now third one is plant. So plant is, sale proceeds of plant is, it is around 30,000. Okay, and cost of acquisition is 95,000. So sale proceeds of plant is 30,000. So first write down sale proceeds. Sale proceeds is 30,000. Okay, in plant one information is given, additional information given. I'll show you the question. Written down value of the plant was 50,000. So plant, one additional information is given that written down value is rupees 50,000. So when written down value is given, at that time no need of calculation cost of acquisition and cost of improvement. Straight away we have to deduct the written down value from a sale proceed. This is the method. Okay, so less written down value on 1/4/2013. Okay, so it was 50,000. So just deduct. No need of calculating index cost of acquisition for plant because written down value is given. Whenever written down value is given, straight away deduct the written down value from your this. So it comes in minus. So 30,000 minus 50,000 minus 20,000. So there is a loss. That is capital loss, not gain. Okay. So in this way, I got answer for all the three. First one, land capital gain was 1,11,000. Then comes 11,000 of gold and then minus 20,000 of plant. Therefore, total capital gain is equal to, you'll have to add all the three. First one is 11,000, second is 11,000 minus third one is 20,000. Okay, so after deducting I got 1,02,000. This is my total taxable gain. Okay, so hope you all have understood this problem. So it is very simple. Only in capital gain simple things have to be calculated. One is index cost of acquisition, one is index cost of improvement. So some things, small things, just for example plant, how it was given written down value. In this you'll have to remember that whenever written down value is given, we should not calculate the index cost. So we have to straight away deduct the written down value from the problem. So this was little different from the other problem. So land, gold and plant, all three different that I have calculated. Then at last I have added all the three amount only one was in minus, so add the first two amount and minus the third amount. You will get your total taxable capital gain. Okay, so this was one problem. Now next problem I'll be doing, I'll just show you the question. Next problem is okay, so it is a very big problem. By one we have to solve. So I'll just read it out first and then we'll go one by one. Mr. Arun of Amlapur submits the particulars of his income from the previous year 2015-16. So this is from the question paper 2017. Okay. So business income computed 35,000. First one is business income. Second, he is the owner of two residential houses. He sold one of them costing rupees 133 in 1985-86 for rupees 11,000, 11 lakhs 47,000 on 16/8/2015 and paid brokerage of 2,000. Okay. So first one, always take the business income. Second one is residential house. Then third one, he had shares of the face value of rupees 2,50,000 of a limited company which was purchased okay. So it is a combination of all the problem. So he has taken third shares. So share face value is 2,50,000 and which we purchased. So acquisition was 2,59,000 and sold them for 10,82,000. So sale proceed is given, acquisition price is given, and even face value of the shares is given. Then next is on 30/11/2015 he sold his personal car for rupees 90,000 which was purchased 4 airbags for rupees 60,000. Okay, then he sold listed debentures of the company. Then debentures also he has taken, sold was 6,83,000 and it was purchased for 1,52,000. Then he sold ancestral ornaments means jewelry. Ancestral means old, he was having in his house old ornaments on 2015 for rupees 28,87,500 which had cost his grandfather for rupees 50,000. So purchase and sale, everything is given. So see here, total 6 different things are given. First is business income, second is residential house, third is shares, fourth is personal car, fifth is debentures, and then sixth is jewelry. So one by one we have to go on solving this. So first one is always, okay, just I'll start the problem. Computation of capital gain. Write down the assessment year 2016 and 17. Okay, so this is the 2 columns we have to do for the problem. So one by one I'll start. First one is business income. So business income only amount is given, and other than amount, business income computed rupees to 35,000. Other than this, no information is given. So it is not 35,000 but 3,50,000. So business income, straight away write 3,50,000. There is no other calculation for this. So straight away, as it is the amount 3,50,000. Write it in the outside column. Okay. Second one is residential house. Residential house. Okay. So first, always capital gain, how we start the problem? Sale proceed. So sale proceeds. Sold sale proceed of the residential houses. It is around 11 lakhs 47,000. Some calculation is there, so I've written inside. Then less index cost of acquisition is given, so we have to take purchase price when it is given. Whenever purchase price is given, it is understood that we should calculate the cost of acquisition. So cost of acquisition, purchase price. So cost of acquisition, the cost was given 1,33,000, and then no market fair market value is given, so straight away take the purchase price 1,33,000 into previous year's index is 1081, that is 2015-16 index is this much, and then divided by the purchase year. So purchase year was in 8596, my index was 133. Okay, so this is the calculation we have to do. So after calculating, it comes around 10,81,000. Then after deducting it, we get 66,000 less. In this, he sold them at rupees 10,072 with a brokerage, they have told, brokerage price. So this is nothing but selling expenses. Selling expenses, that is nothing but brokerage. Brokerage is around 2,000. Okay, always remember, whatever cost we have incurred to sell the property, that all comes under selling expenses. So this person has given his property to sell to a agent, so that agent has been paid brokerage, so he has given how much, 2,000. So after deducting, it comes around 64,000. So in this, cost of improvement is not there, so only cost of acquisition I have calculated. And here also fair market value is not given, only price, purchase price is given. So I have taken straight away purchase price into previous year's index divided by the purchase price year's index. Okay, after that, in this, selling price is given, that is not selling price but selling expenses is given. So selling expenses is 2,000 deducted from the amount. So this was regarding residential house. So third one is shares. He purchased shares. So shares of the face value is how much, 2,50,000 of a limited company which were purchased. So cost of acquisition is given, that means acquisition has to be considered here. So here the sale proceed of shares. Start with the sale proceeds. Sale proceeds of shares is 10,82,000. So 10,82,000. Okay, after that, purchase price is given. So purchase price is given, that means we have to calculate index cost less index cost of acquisition. That is, cost of acquisition is 2,59,000 into previous year's index divided by cost of acquisition here is it was sold and it was purchased in 1994. So 1994 index is 259. So 259 should be divided. So after all the simplification, I got same 10,81,000. So this is 1,000 is remaining. Next, in this also he has sold and he has also paid brokerage at 1% on the face value of share. So less selling expenses, that is 1% brokerage on face value. So face value is also given on face value of shares. So 1 divided by 100 into the face value of the share is 2,50,000. Okay, so this is 2,500. Yes, now less 1,000 only is remaining. From 1,000 we have to deduct 2,500, means it will come under minus. So minus 1,500. 500. So my answer for shares is we are in loss, that is minus 1500. So this is regarding shares. So selling expenses, straight away brokerage amount is not given. What they have told, 1% on the face value of shares. So face value is given. Face value is 2,50,000. On that 1% has to be calculated. That comes around 2,500. This has to be deducted from the remaining amount. So only 1,000 was remaining after deducting cost of acquisition. Then 1,500 is in minus. So minus this. So this was regarding shares. Okay. Next is now after shares. Next, he sold on 30/11/2015. He sold his personal car over rupees 90,000, and then which was purchased for 4 years back for rupees 60,000. Okay, so private car from tax, it is exempted. Okay, so exempted from tax, so this should not be taken. Now car, private car, yes, it is for personal use. So personal use car, if it is there, we have to exempt. So I'll just write so that it will, you all will remember. Fourth one is personal use car exempted. Okay, so just put a dash. Then fifth one is debentures. So debentures, so debentures against capital assets only. So this also we have to calculate. So debentures, company listed debentures on 2015 were rupees 6,83,000, which was purchased by him for 1,52,500. So sale proceed is also given and also purchase price is given. That means we have to calculate both. So listed debentures. So some little change is there for debentures. So first debentures sale proceed, I will write down, then I'll tell you. Sale proceed is 6,83,000. Okay, which was purchased. So purchase price is how much? 1,52,000. So straight away less purchase cost. Okay, so for debentures, remember there is no need of calculating index cost because it is a, for shares we calculate. Debenture is a loan. Okay, so one type of loan, so that should not be considered. So debentures is nothing but we take loan from say for example we purchase loan of a company, private company, or say for government companies, and then in return of purchasing that loan we get interest. Okay, so for debentures improvement will not come or index cost of acquisition will not come. We have not acquired anything. Okay, we have given something. So that is the reason purchase cost. So purchase cost, sale proceed is 6,83,000, and then purchase price is 1,52,500. So this is sales price and this is purchase price. So just deduct the amount. Straight away I will write in the outside column 5,30,500 is my answer. Next, sixth one is gold ornament. It is nothing but gold ornaments. So gold ornaments, they have given sales price, then cost of purchase price is given, and then fair market value is given. All the three are given. So now first always start with sale proceeds. So sale proceeds of gold ornament is 28,87,500. Okay, now less purchase price is given. So index cost of acquisition has to be calculated. So index cost of acquisition is how much? 2,50,000. Cost of purchase, I have taken 2,50,000. Why? Because purchase price or fair market value, whichever is highest has to be taken. So highest is fair market value 2,50,000 and purchase price is only 50,000. So I have taken 2,50,000 into previous year's index divided by, so purchase year is, it is around 19, so fair market value date is 1981, so 1981 index is 100. Okay, always remember when you take purchase price you have taken here, take the date of purchase price index. If you have selected fair market value as highest, you will have to take the date of fair market value. So 1981 fair market value date, so index of that. So after doing all the calculation, it comes around 27 lakhs 2,500. So after deducting from this amount, I got 1,85,000. Straight away I write it in the outside column because cost of improvement is not given. So these are all the 6 items. First one was business income, second one was residential status, third one was shares, fourth one was a personal car, fifth one was debenture, and sixth one was ornament. All the 3 I have calculated. Now straight away total taxable capital gain, total all the amount of all the 6, only one we have got in minus, that is 1,500. So first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth you will add and minus 1,500 from the total. So we will get around 8,14,500. So this is my final answer. So in this way, whenever in exam if many things are given together, one by one we will have to calculate the capital gain and then add at the last, that is nothing but total taxable capital gain. So I hope you all have understood this problem. Notes of this problems I will send after this video. So thank you students.